Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we have a doubleheader. This is the first game of the doubleheader, scheduled originally and played in real world on September 12 in our 1969 replay. And it's the Boston Red Sox at the Yankees, a classic rivalry. In this first game, it will be Jim Longborg, the right-hander for Boston. He has won 8. And Al Downing, the southpaw for the New York Yankees. He has won 7. Both have struggled with injuries this season. And I will be back in a moment with the lineups and the first pitch. If we're lucky, we'll get a warm-up from Kathy Harden. And Kathy Harden for the Yankees, we hope Yastrzemski will frickin' simmer down. He's hit so many home runs. God. So many goddamn home runs. Road Scholar has arrived. Road Scholar, can you send me a Ken Brett for the Red Sox? Ken Brett, who is not carded. We would be so... Oh, what a guy. What a guy. I can't get my glasses as clean as I'd like them. They are frickin' like right at the bottom. Maybe I'm a frickin' perfectionist. Ken Brett is scheduled to pitch the second game. I'll make no promises about playing it. Yeah, that's better. Road Scholar, a great man, sending over that warm-up question. We are ready for the warm-up. Here's the warm-up from Kathy Harden. Wait for it now. Well, those glasses are clean. Wait for it now. Please wait for that. We are in Yankee Stadium. Whew, Lord. In 2010, this pitcher threw regular season perfect game and a no-hitter in the National League Divisional Series. It was a regular season perfecto. Lord. And a no-hitter in the National League Divisional Series. I think I just saw something about that, but I'll tell you, Kathy, I am stumped on that one. And it's a super question from Kathy Harden for the warm-up. A super warm-up. Any takers on that? Any takers? In 2010, he threw a regular season perfect game. Joel Horland says Halliday. It's a great answer. Super answer even. Yes, he got it. Joel Horlin. And you get a red jelly bean. Joel Horlin, great answer to a great question for a great warm-up here on the Strat-O-Matic. And we see it, there it is. It's Ken Brett is there. Oh, Lord, look at him. Ken Brett, a left-hander. This youngster is scheduled to start the... Thank you, Rhodes Scholar. What a great guy. It's Longborg and Downing going at it. O'Brien leads off for the Red Sox at third. Andrews, and that's for you, Joel. Andrews batting second at second base. Karl Yastrzemski, who's hit a load of home runs in the last, I'd say 10 games. Reggie batting third and left. Reggie Smith in center. Rico Petroselli at shortstop batting fifth. Tony Conigliaro in right. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, George Scott at first. Jerry Moses will give the signs and catch. Batting eighth for the Red Sox. And Jim Longborg, the big, tall right-hander for the Red Sox. He has won 8 in the ball game, in the season. For the Yankees, it'll be Horace Clarke leading off at second. Jerry Kenny in for Gene Michael. Kenny would typically play third. He's moved to short for the injured Gene Michael. He's batting second. Roy White in left, batting third. Joe Pepitone, the cleanup hitter, at first. Bobby Mercer in center, batting sixth. Jake Gibbs catching, batting seventh. Tom Chopay in right field, batting eighth. Bobby Cox at third. And the pitcher, Al Downing, a left-hander. And the X-tweet has been posted. I'm doing that on occasion here, and it's a pretty one. We'll see if anyone reposts it. I doubt it, unless Kathy Harden gets the gumption to do so, and I don't hold her to that. I don't hold her to anything except, really, her presence is all that we really need. And the Yankees take the field. It's Yankee Stadium, the original Yankee. Downing throwing his warm-ups, catching him Gibbs. And leading off for the Red Sox is Sid O'Brien. So Sid O'Brien steps into the batter's box. Downing is ready. I got slightly larger dice here. Oh boy, that's a lot. Here's the pitch, 4-8 right-handed, and he walked him. A leadoff walk to O'Brien. Boy, that's a heavy dose of dice there on a 4-8 right-handed. So O'Brien is on. Here's Mike Andrews now. Downing. And the pitch to Andrews. Well, he lays it down. He'll be a B-bunter 7, and it's a pretty one. It's hit to first, and Pepitone has to take it to the bag. It's 1 out and O'Brien on second in scoring position. Looking at the ballpark effects, if anyone's interested, this one is in Yankee. Left-handers single is 1-5. Against right-handers, it's a 1-11. Home runs against right-handers, against left-handers with that short right field fence, 1-13 is a home run. And with that long left field and left center, against right-handers, it'll be a 1-2. Of course, Yaz, a left-hander, can go for that short right field fence, as he's been hitting a lot of home runs lately. And here is Karl. Karl's been a nemesis. I'll walk him if you want to, Kathy, but to set up a double play, it's your call. If I don't hear from you, Downing is going to pitch straight ahead. Vin Scully referred to Downing as Gentleman Al due to his demeanor. Yeah, I heard he was Gentleman Al. I didn't know that it was Vin Scully. Let him hit, Kathy Harden says. Here's Downing now from the stretch. O'Brien in scoring position, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Karl. That's going to be 5-11 left-handed. That's end home run ballpark. Oh, Lord, it's going deep to, it says right. Way back. Going back is Chopay, and he makes the catch. Whoa. Chopay makes the catch in right. A long drive right at the fence there. We'll look at that again. 2 outs now. A long drive. It's Karl Yastrzemski, left-handed hitter. 5'11" left-handed. That's a ballpark blast. It was deep, but it was caught. And it's 2 outs. No home run for Karl. He's been so tough. Here's Reggie Smith now, switch hitter batting right. That home run is a 1-13. And it was a 20. Lord. Okay, Downing trying to get out of this. Clutch situation for Reggie. Pitch from Downing. Reggie switch hitter batting right, 6'9", and he struck him out. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The leadoff walk to O'Brien, sacrifice to second and left on base. A long fly ball hit by Karl, but caught by Tom Chopay, who's playing right field today. And we invite you all to provide trivia questions. Just give me a heads up when it's going to be. Just that helps to sort of integrate it into the ball game. Here's Jim Longborg taking his warm-ups. Moses behind the plate. And Horace will lead it off for the Yankees. Switch hitter batting left against Longborg. Okay, here's Longborg now. Pitch to Horace. Boy, that is strong. 110 right-handed, pops it up to first. And that's for Scott, 1 away. I'm not used to them. After this inning, we get another question. It's Jerry Kenny now. I'm not used to these dice, but I guess after using the tinies for an extended period, these are heavy and loud. Here's the pitch from Longborg to Kenny. That's 2-4 right-handed, grounds it to third for O'Brien. And he throws it over to Scott, 2 down here for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. Now Roy White. Roy switch hitter. Here's Longborg. And the pitch to White. Woo! 3-5 right-handed, and it's a chopper to first. Scott has it. He takes it to the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Longborg. We've gone 1, and it's a scoreless ball game. First of a doubleheader here at Yankee. Now please wait for it. Wait for it now. This team moved to another city in 1954 and went 54 and 100, which they did the previous year. Joel Horland says the Orioles. I'm going to say the A's. I'll be amazed if it's the Orioles. That sounds classic to me. And Joel got it. Whoa, Joel got it. Whoa, you beat me on that. They were the St. Louis Browns, so I should have known that. Another red jelly bean for Joel Horland here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Great question, Kathy Harden. And a great answer from Big Joel Horland. Yeah, Rhodes Scholar, I searched high and far for that, my man. I really searched for that. Oh, it's no score after one. And we are at Yankee Stadium. This is the original Yankee. I remember the first time I went to a Yankee game at the original, not the 76 refurbished, but the original. And I was so taken by the idea that when I went to the men's room, they had urinals that were just one long porcelain, if you will, almost like for horses to drink in, a long, with no separation. You just took a leak right in there while anybody was there. At least the urinals today, you have individual urinals. This was one long urinal. And this was like really going back in time. And that was like in 1971, my first time at Yankee. Well, here's Al Downing now for the second inning. It's a Saturday afternoon now, almost. And I have all taken care of all my personal obligations with my personal issues. Things are going well right now. It's a non-stop struggle to deal with life. But things are good for today. And here comes Al Downing on the mound, facing Rico. Top of the second, no score. Here's Downing now, the windup and the pitch to Rico. That's 6-7 right-handed, grounds to second, X for Horace. Horace 216. G3, 6-10, 11, E16. And it's one away. What a relief to not be plagued with worry today. It's a day-to-day thing for me, folks. But today is a good day. Here's Tony Conigliaro. One out, nobody on. Downing on the mound, the windup, and the pitch to Tony. That's going to be 6-5 right-handed, grounds to short, X. That'll be for Kenny playing for Michael. 425. That's going to be 11-4. G3. Scooped. 10-16. E25. And he throws him out. Nice play by Kenny. In at short for Gene Michael. And here's George Scott. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Downing. And the pitch. That's 3-4 left-handed, walked him. So Scott is on, second walk given up by Al. And here's Jerry Moses, the catcher. He was a 304 hitter, 135 at bats. Downing now from the stretch. Pitch to Moses. That's going to be, whoa, a spinner, 6'5", right-handed. Grounds to short X. Kenny again. That's 13-4. It's a G3 E25, 6'11", 13. And he boots it. Oh, it's a booted, a G3 E1. And Scott will go to second. It's booted by Kenny. He couldn't find the handle. First error of the ball game. First and second, 2 down. Here's Longborg now. Pitch from Downing. That's 410. Right-handed. That's a ballpark. He's a right-hander. It's a 17. That's probably going to be stopped. It is. It's a liner to short right at Kenny, and the side is retired. It was a ballpark. If I say ballpark, it's a ballpark possible single. If I say ballpark blast, it's a ballpark possible home run. No runs, no hits, a walk to Scott. Moses reached on the error by Kenny. 2 left on. Joel Horland having internet situations. An internet situation here for Joel Horland with a blizzard in Lake Tahoe. Do you live in Lake Tahoe? That's cool. Wow, what a cool place to live. Okay, we move to the bottom of the second. Jim Longborg on the mound. He retired the Yankees in order in the first. It's going to be Pepitone leading it off. That's 5-4 left-handed. Fly ball center X for Smith. 2-4. S2. Even Smith couldn't get it. He's an E4, 5'9", 11. And that will be a leadoff single by Pepitone. And we do have Kathy Harden with the repost on X. And it's much appreciated, Kathy. Here's Bobby Mercer now, with Pepitone on first to lead it off. Longborg now, from the stretch. Pitch to Mercer, 1-3 right-handed. And that is a base hit by Mercer. Pepitone to second and holds. So the Yankees have a first and second here, no outs, and Jake Gibbs the batter. Kathy Harden for the Yankees. Gibbs, left-handed hitter. Here's Longborg. And that's a 2-9 right-handed. And that's hit beautifully by Gibbs into the gap. What a piece of hitting. A 2-9 right-hander. It'll be a double. It's going to score at least 1 run. Pepitone scores. Mercer rounding third with no outs. Whoa, Smith a -4. Mercer will hold. Whoa, he would have been a 1-10. No outs will hold him. A big double by Jake Gibbs. And it's 3 straight hits for the Yankees. And we have a pitcher's card here as a placeholder because the batter is Tom Chopay. Tom Chopay, brought up here in September. He is a left-handed hitter. And look at that card, folks. Look at that frickin' card. We let him have at least 2 at-bats, as many as he wants if the Yanks are winning. We go along with it. So it's second and third. 1-0 Yankees. Here's Longborg. The pitch to Chopay. It's 2-4, and that's a grounder to second against Longborg. The runners will hold. So Chopay is retired. And here comes Bobby Cox. Downing comes out on deck. It's second and third, 1 away. Longborg and the pitch. 1-4. Oh my, it's a double down the line in right field. Mercer scores. Gibbs scores. 3-0 Yankees here in the second. And there's action in the Red Sox bullpen. Lee and Landis were used. There he is, the spaceman. Spaceman is warming. So Cox with a huge double. 1-4, clean. And it's 3-0 Yankees. And now here's Downing. Spaceman Lee, the left-hander, is warming in the bullpen. He pitched in this game in real world. Indeed, Kathy Harden. And you know, Kathy, I'm thinking of starting the other stuff, but micros only. I'll wait till noon. Here's Downing now with Cox on second, 1 out. From the stretch. That's 4-3. Right-handed, grounds it back to Longborg. He's a 320. That's 18-3 G1. E20. 4-5-6. Whoa, he boots it. Oh, another error. Actually, the first for the Red Sox. I'm so sorry. That is a G1E1. Booted by Longborg. It's first and third now. Infield will stay back for the double play with 1 out. And here's Horace. Spaceman is warming. Longborg now. And the pitch to Clark. That's 2-11. And he lines it to short, caught by Petrocelli. Big out for Longborg, 2 away. It was a 2-11 right-handed. Oh, wait, that's a ballpark. I am so sorry. Oh, please, beg my pardon. 2-11 ballpark. I don't know how I missed that. It's going to be against Clark, batting left-handed. 1-5. It is no. It's a liner to second. We'll keep it at short. Doesn't frickin' matter. We'll change it just so you know that we're on the up and up here. Two down now. And here's Jerry Kenny. It's first and third. Here's Longborg now. The pitch to Jerry. That's going to be 2-8 right-handed. Grounds it back to Longborg. He fields it. And this time he makes the play. He had an error in this inning. The side is retired, but 3 runs on 3 consecutive hits, 4 in total, 2 doubles, 2 left on, an error. And after 2, it's 3-0 Yanks. Next question, top of the 4th. All right. Whoa. Here's gentleman Al Downing. Gentleman Al. It'll be the top of the order, Sid O'Brien here. O'Brien walked, left on base in the first. Downing, the wind-up and the pitch. 6-7 right-handed, grounds it to second X. That's for Horace. 2-16. It's a G1 grounder. E16, 5-8-10. And he throws him out. So O'Brien is retired. And here comes Mike Andrews. Downing. The pitch to Andrews. That's 4-12. Right-handed, grounds it back to Downing. He's a 5'11". Whoa, that could be trouble. Let's see if he's able to get a handle on that. Even touch it, 5'11", 5'5". That's going to be an S1. That's going to go through. It's a 6, 11, 13 on an E11. And it is a single by Andrews. So Andrews on with 1 out, and here's Karl now. Karl flew deep to right in the first. Downing from the stretch. The pitch to Karl. That's 4-6, left-handed, grounds it to second. Clark steps on the bag, no play at first. Andrews is forced out. It's 2 away, and Yaz on first. He's a B. Not being held, 1-13, 1-11 with Gibbs. Gibbs has a good arm. Here's Smith now, Reggie Smith. Struck out in the first. Karl on first, 2 down. Top of the third, 3-0 Yanks. This is the first of a double. September 12 in our 1969 replay. Pitch to Smith, 5-5, switch hitter, batting right, and he struck him out. Second time he got Reggie. Swinging on strikes. Side is retired, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. And we're in the middle of the third. It's 3-0 Yanks, and that's the way the Yankee fans want it. Yanks are out of the first play, pennant race, but they've won 2 in a row. They are only 5 under 500. If they have a good string here in the home stretch, maybe they can play 500 baseball. They have 130, 143, 19 games left. So they have to, they have to win 12 of their last 19. It's doable. Well, here's Longborg. He had big trouble in the second, allowing 3 runs. Roy White will lead it off. We have our next question, top of the 4th. Okay, here's Longborg. Let's see if he can settle down. Here's the pitch to White. That's going to be 4-10, switch hitter batting left, and that is a liner to second, caught by Andrews, and a very nice catch. 1 down. It was a screaming liner. 4-10 left-handed. Single 1-13, and it was caught. Here's Pepitone now. Joe singled, led off the second with a base hit, and scored. Longboard gets the sign from Moses, and the pitch to Pepitone. That is 6-5 left-handed, chops it to short. Rico, 216. That's a 3-2 G3. E16. 610. And he throws him out. 2 away. And here's Bobby Mercer, who also singled and scored. Yanks had 3 straight hits to lead off the second. Ended up scoring 3. Big double by Bobby Cox. Knocked in 2 runs. Mercer, left-handed hitter. Here's Longboard now. Pitch to Mercer, 6-5 left-handed, grounded to short again for Rico. 216. Oh, that's a re-roll. That's a 2-2. That's going to go through for a base hit. 6-8-9. And that's what it is. It's a 2-out single by Mercer, his second hit of the ball game. Mercer is on. And here's Jake Gibbs. Okay, Longboard now. And the pitch to Gibbs. That's 1-6 right-handed. Just tapped back to Longboard. He fields it and throws it over to Scott, and the side is retired. It's no runs for the Yanks in the bottom of the third. 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone 3, and it's 3-0 Yanks. Wait for it now, please. Please wait for that. This was the first song recorded for Pepper. This was the first song recorded for Sgt. Pepper. Ooh. Joel Horland says, Hey Jude. Hey Jude actually was during the White Album period. And because it was released as single, it didn't go on the album. Can you imagine the White Album with Hey Jude on it? God almighty. Oh, Lord, Kathy Harden. I think I just heard this, and I think it might have been a derivative of one of your questions. Let me just think. I'm just going to go with one more. I'm surprised I don't know this. That's my last guess. Oh, has a number in it. God. Can you believe I can't figure this out? It has a number in it. Penny Lane. Strawberry Fields. Oh! Don't tell me it's this. And if it's not that, oh, I'm sorry, forget that. 1 is a lonely number. Kathy Harden. I should have gotten that. I didn't know that, Kathy Harden. It's a great question. Just a super, super question here from Kathy Harden, and I love these questions. We have a 3-0 ball game. We're going to head back now. No one gets a red jelly bean except for Kathy Harden. When she stumps us, she gets a red jelly bean. House rules. House frickin' rules. Indeed. And we're going to head back to this ball game. It's almost time for me. I'm going to take it nice and easy now. Micro. Just a micro. Here's gentleman Al Downing to pitch his 4th inning. He's allowed no runs. He's had base runners. It's going to be Rico leading it off. It's 3-0 Yankees here in the first game of a double. Okay, Downing is ready. Pitch to Rico. That's 5-7 right-handed, fly ball center. And there's Mercer under it for the first out here in the top of the 4th. Now Tony Conigliaro. Grounded to short in the 2nd. Downing. 5-6. Right-handed, rounds it to 3rd for Cox. And he throws it to Pepitone, 2 away. And here's George Scott. Hoping we get some more questions. Any of you can provide a question if you want to integrate it into the ball game. Let me know which inning, top, middle, or bottom of whatever inning. We hope to get a double shot from Kathy during the 7th inning stretch, but we'd even take before that too. Here's Downing now with 2 outs, nobody on. Scott walked and was left on in the 2nd. Here's the pitch from Downing. That's 112 left-handed, and that's going to be a liner to short caught by Kenny. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 by gentleman Al Downing. We're in the middle of the 4th. It's a very nice day. It's a very nice ball game. Longborg takes the mound. And Tom Chopay comes to the plate. Chopay, left-handed hitter, grounded to 2nd off Longborg in the 2nd. Here's Chopay now. Kathy Harden for the Yankees. They lead 3-0. Look at that card. He is a 1-15 running. Not too bad in the outfield. Joel Horlin has a question. When do you want to give it? You want to give it after this half inning? Here's the pitch from Longborg. To Chopay, that's 5-10, left-handed. And that's a catcher X. I mean, technically you can give it any time, but we like to integrate it. Moses 4-6. That'll be 16-4 PF. 6-12-16 E6. Oh, that is just out. It looks like it's a pop out. And it is in foul territory. Chopay fouls out to Jerry Moses. Absolutely. After this half inning, Joel Horlin is up with a question. Here's Bobby Cox, who had the big double to bring 2 runs in the 2nd. Longborg is ready. The windup and the pitch to Cox. That's 5-4 right-handed. Fly ball center X. Smith 217. That'll be 7-2 F2 fly ball. E17 589. And he makes the catch. 2 away. And here's gentleman Al Downing stepping up to the plate. Al reached on an error by Longborg in the first and was left on. Pitch from Longborg. And that's 5-9. Right-handed. Oh, he does not have the power, but it will be a base hit. Oh, Downing with a hit. It was 5-9 right-handed. He's W power. That'll be a single 1-11. It was a 4. So Downing is on with 2 outs. And here's Horace. Horace 0 for 2. And wait for the question from Joel Horlin after this inning. The pitch from Longborg. That's going to be 6-7. Switch hitter batting left. Grounds to second. For Andrews. 224. That's a 9-2. G2 ground ball, 6-12-16 on an E24, and he throws him out, and the side is retired. No runs. 1 hit, the single by Downing with 2 outs. He was left on base. It's 3-0 Yankees after 4. Now wait for it from Joel Horlin. What profession did Jim Longor take up after his playing days? What profession did Jim Longborg take up after his playing days? And let's spread it around, Joel Horlin. He was, I knew one of his patients. It's true. Thank you, Joel Horlin. We give a red star, a gold star, and a red jelly bean to Bill Ivamy. It's a super question. It's great knowledge. It's in baseball to think about how these people can work hard and go to dentistry school. We have a 3-0 game in this, the first of a doubleheader. Downing will come out, but we're going to take a little break here as I take a micro. Oh, isn't that awesome? It's Bill Ivamy. He's going to take the middle of the 5th for his question. Beautiful. Folks, I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. And we're doing a 1969 replay here. And I'm having a pretty good day for a change. And I'm going to take a clear micro and try to ingest it. I think because I don't have too much anxiety, not too much worry, I will tolerate this very nicely, Kathy Harden. I want to thank all of you for being here for these ball games. It's a form of social interaction for me and recreation. You think I do this for you? I'm doing it for me too. Feels good. Oh. There it is. In case you're wondering, I keep it right here. There, right there. We got everything here, everything we need. And let me just collect myself. We'll get back to this ball game. Bill Ivamy has a question. I'm looking forward to his. And you got more of Joel Horland, we'd love to hear him. All we ask from everybody is to let us know when you're going to throw the question, whether it be top of the inning, middle of the inning, end of the inning. And you don't even have to do that. There's no rules here, but it's a suggestion from me as an interested participant. Just so we can orient ourselves to the question. And I feel good, Kathy Harden. That was good. It's how my mood has a shitload to do with how I ingest cannabis. And I guess when I'm anxious, I shouldn't do so. Well, Al Downing is taking the mound for his fifth inning, shutting out these Red Sox. Boy, the Yankees would love to beat them. His endurance is the eighth. And Downing is ready. Leading it off will be Jerry Moses. And it looks like they're going to have they're going to let Longborg hit. Yeah, he coming out on the on-deck circle here. Different game back then. I liked it back then. I've turned into my father, you know. Well, here's Al Downing now, facing Moses. That is a 3-9 left-handed, and he struck him out. Downing with his third. Here's Longborg. Gonna keep him in this ball game. Got plenty of Strat-O-Matic here for you if I'm able to do it. I might just go ahead and play this doubleheader on one broadcast, mind you. I don't have any calls coming in. I don't know. I don't know if I will have the energy, let alone the gumption. But we'll play it by ear. Here's Longborg now. We could just sit around and chat about Strat-O-Matic. Downing into his windup and pitch to Longborg, 4-7. Right-handed, and he struck him out. That's 2 in a row now, and the 4th for Downing. Maybe I ought to give a question. Maybe I ought to give a freaking question. I want to think of them off the top of my head, though. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Downing has struck out the first 2 Red Sox here in the 5th. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, in case you may have been wondering. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Ooh, Downing. And the pitch to O'Brien. Oh, Lord. 5'8", right-handed. There's a shot. Into the gap by O'Brien. It's falling. And that's going to be a stand-up double by O'Brien with 2 outs. And Andrews will come up. You say go for it, Kathy Horton. Do you mean keep the cameras rolling? Is that what you're frickin' talking about? Or are you talking about go for a question? You're going to go for a question. I'd have to think one up. Okay, it's O'Brien on second with 2 outs. And here's Mike Andrews. Go for what, Kathy Harden? I lose track sometimes. Let's go. Oh, there's Frank. Frank is here. And Frank is for the Sox. Downing. And the pitch to Andrews. That's 3-3, left-handed. Chops it to first, Pepito. And he takes it to the bag side, is retired. Yeah, Kathy says a question. And let me think one up here. That is the side. No runs. 1 hit, the 2-out double by O'Brien. He was left on base. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and I do ask you to wait for this great question from Bill Ivamy. Please wait for it. Jim Longbog received an injury during the offseason after his Cy Young season. What was he doing? I'm sorry, folks. Oh, Joel Horlin in there. Joel Horlin is in there. Oh, he gets it. Oh, shit, he is it. He gets that shit. Yeah, and he gets this. And I might give one there to Bill Ivamy for the great question. You know, there should be contracts that say you can't do any dangerous sports, and you would name them, or else you don't get shit. Okay, any days missed, like no skiing. Okay, and no frickin' bungee jumping, no frickin' you. We are paying you to be healthy. And that's frickin', you know, really. That's crazy. And I think that injury ruined his career. He was never the same. Oh, Bo needed that rule. I guess it could be written in, right? Bill Ivany, that shit can be written in. I saw the hat. I saw the man with the hat. Oh. Let me think of a question, but we'll head to the bottom of the 5th here. One will come to me eventually. If you don't mind, I'm going to take about 2 minutes to do something that I need to do. Madison Bumgarner. Wow. Take it easy. We'll get back to this ball game. 3-0 Yanks, middle of the fifth. Did he have a couple of good seasons with the Phils, Bill? Okay. He sure didn't. He was injured. I don't know which year. I guess you're saying it happened after '67. So I wonder how he did in '68 overall. Oh my goodness Christ. Oh. We'll be right back in just a minute or two. It will be Kenny White and Pepitone facing Longborg. They're keeping Jim in there. He had that really rough 3-run second, but he has settled down. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, folks. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. And boy, I've gone through my trials and tribulations. I'm doing okay. And I think I'm doing pretty well considering. I'm doing pretty well for my son as well as I can. As a father. It's not easy being a parent, folks. And I don't even think it's easy being a human being. Sometimes people think if they had great wealth, that would bring them happiness. Studies show contrary, that once you get to about middle class, out of poverty, you go up quite considerably in your happiness calculus. But once you reach wealth, like a lottery winner, you do have a sudden spurt, but you go back to your baseline, or worse. And some people frickin' lose everything. It's true. What you need is an attorney and a financial planner, a tax attorney, and just an overall financial attorney, and Matthew Perry said reality is an acquired taste. Holy shit. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one long and hard. I like it. I guess it's open like anything. It's open. Longborg is coming out. He's digging a little shit out of his cleats as he walks to the mound. He stopped, came back, and that is literal shit. It's dog shit he stepped in. I have to curb myself so I don't laugh. You ruin the joke if you laugh. Okay, you have to just deliver it. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. Uh, Reality is an acquired taste. Well, I don't know if I've acquired it. I've had moments where it tasted real good. I mean, I could go into that for a long time, Joel Harlan. And Frank says the best time of day are sitting down with you guys watching the games. Oh, ditto, Frank. Big ditto. I try to do other stuff online. None of it sticks. No engagement. I do spaces. I even do other YouTubes. But yeah, this is a saving grace for me. And there are studies done on it, sociological and psychological studies about the benefits and risks of online activity in general and in particular interaction. Longborg has dug it out. I have a twisted sense of humor, folks. Bill Ivamy says getting the skies waxed for the off season. Oh, you mean, what do you mean skies? Are you talking, Bill Ivamy, are you talking Longborg for the waxing of the cleats or the skis? Oh, the skis. Okay, yeah. I read that as skies. Yeah, there you go, Bill Ivamy. Thank you. Thank you. Isn't that funny how one little letter can completely send you off into now just give me a moment here. I'm ready. Just give me a moment to get my shit together. No, it's I think I don't like humor that makes fun of any sort of social group, such as an ethnicity, a race, a religion. Those are, I don't like to say those publicly at least. But other than that, and then you also don't want to make fun of tragedy. Okay? I mean, I could share with you, there was a joke. It was a joke. Too shortly, if a comedian did it, I don't know what year, if it was 65, 66. He says, and President Kennedy and his first lady, lovely Jacqueline, were going to Dallas, and John asked him, can you bring me back a present? She said, sure, I'll bring you back a Jack in the Box. I mean, that's bad humor. I'm sharing this with you intimately. I'm not telling the joke, I'm referring to the joke. The other joke is one that's a little more palatable. Did you know Abraham Lincoln was Jewish? Anybody? Does anybody frickin' know that Abraham Lincoln was Jewish? And I'm gonna get right back to this ball game, but only if I get, you didn't know that, Frank? Yeah, he was shot in the temple. Okay, Longborg, we look to see if he will settle down. Spaceman is available. Oh, you like that, Frank? Yeah. My father used to tell me that. But, we're so far removed, but that is I've studied the history of that assassination. Not that I'm any expert or anything, but I've sure read and saw enough documentary about that to learn a great deal. And that's a whole new discussion. I mean, if you want me to go into that, folks, I will, but let me know. I can go into it briefly. Okay, here's Longborg. Kenny, left-handed hitter. The wind-up from Longborg. And the pitch to Kenny, that's 1-9 right-handed, grounds it to short. Petrocelli on one hop, throws it over to Scott. One down, that's George Scott, not George C. Scott, who was a huge personality, a great actor, God, a very, very intense person. And he's gone. It's a whole different era, folks. Let's get with the program. Let's not get petrified. Let's do the best we can. Here's Roy White now, 1 out, nobody on. 2 shutouts. I played a morning game. And let me see if Frank is referring to our morning game. Oh, shit, he is. Oh, Kathy Harden, shit, he is. Look at that, Frank. Right on top of things. There was our game. It was 4-0 Minnesota. First of a 3 on this date. Yeah, the Perry shutout. Absolutely. I'm sorry to get so liberal with this, but you get a freaking red one. Oh yeah, you got a red one, baby. I usually give out purple, but this is the only one I have right now. Purple jelly beans. Oh, there was the game. He went all the frickin' way. No runs, 5 hits. Walked 1, struck out 5. No home runs. And we're in this game now. A 3-0 ball game. Being thrown by Al Downing. Now Roy, oh, we have a double, oh Lord. Oh, awesome. Woo! Got a double blast of questions from Kathy Harden, which is making me enthralled. Making me feel frickin' enthused, but mildly, not to the point where I'm losing my mind or anything like that. Everything is falling into place here. Everything. We are a low-budget broadcast, so we don't. Sometimes we have little delays. We try to keep it, though, a professional, clean audio presentation. Al Downing surrendered Aaron's 7/15. That's correct, Frank. House caught it in the pen. Tom House caught it in the pen. Joe Horland, would you say? Double shot. And here comes Roy White. Tom House. And he's on X, folks, formerly Twitter. Okay, here's Longboard. And the pitch to White. Oh, Lord, that's 6-7, switch hitter batting left. Grounds it to second. That'll be an X situation on a 6-7 left-handed. Andrews, 224. We got the big die today. There's Andrews. That's going to be a 10-2. They've got some good fielders. He is a E24 4-7-10. And he throws him out with a runner on second. O'Brien. Wait a minute. You got to look on this frickin' chart. You see, I want to share this with you all. Share this shit with you. It is a G1 with a runner on second. And so it says right. Infield is normal. It says right. What the hell does that mean? So you look over here under right, and it says if it's hit to the second baseman, the batter is out, the runner advances. Okay. It would. Then you have to decide if it doesn't. That's a whole other thing, and that's tough to do solitaire, but it's doable. Actually, there's no one on. That's the weed, Kathy Harden. Anybody out there? 2 outs. Anybody out there, please? It's going to be Roy White now. Joe Pepitone, I am so sorry. That was a 3-7. Wait a minute now. Oh, we were rolling on an X, yeah. All right, so Roy, here's Pepitone now. Here we go. 2 outs. It's thick here. And we have a quick one from Bill Ivamy after this inning. We got a big one from Ivamy after the inning. Then we have the double shot in the middle of the 7th. Double shot. Longboard now. Pitch to Pepitone. That's going to be 2-3 right-handed. That's a ballpark. No doubt about that. He's left-handed. 4. This might go through. Yes, it does. 1-5. 2-out single, though. Hate those. 2-out single with no one on. And here's Mercer. Mercer 2 for 2, 2 base hits, scored a run in that 3rd inning, 3-run inning in the 2nd. Here's Longboard now. 5-7 left-handed, walked him. So Longboard, first and second, will face Jake Gibbs, and you know Jake hit that double to bring in a run. Mercer held. I don't remember if it was 2 asteroids or what. Then Cox knocked in, too. Here's Longboard, 2 outs. First and second, Yanks could open it up a bit. Open it up a little more. Open up that sore. Here's Longboard. Again, the pitch to Gibbs. Oh, my. 5-6 left-handed, and he struck him out. Longboard gets out of it. He reached back and got his first strikeout of the ball game. And it was a great time to do so. It's no runs, 1 hit, a walk, both left. It's 3-0 Yankees through 5. Now I ask you a favor, all. Will you please wait for this from the incomparable Bill Ivamy? Yeah. Bill Ivamy coming on here. Yeah. Here we go. Name the pitcher who relieved Downing in the game. Aaron hit a 715th home run. It was in the 4th. It was a future Cy Young Award winner. Wow. Name the pitcher who relieved Al Downing in the game when Aaron hit his 715th lifetime home run, putting him ahead of Ruth. It happened in the 4th inning. Killer question. Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, I'm bleeding profusely. It's a killer. It's a freaking killer. Oh, my. That is a killer, Frank. That's a killer metaphor, Frank. Woo, yeah. Anybody at all. Future Cy Young Award winner is a hint, people. Bill Ivamy hinting. Who the hell could that be? Wow, Joel Horland with Mike Marshall. Oh, what a question. What an answer. Oh my, and it's bingo all over the place. Oh, Jesus. That's some real bingo shit. I did not have that on my bingo card. Oh, wow. Wasn't Mike Marshall the guy who pitched for Montreal? Yeah, he's got a whole bag, at least in spirit. But yeah, there's a red one for Horland, who was stacking them up. Was he the guy who pitched with no sleeves? when it was like, 30 degrees in a Montreal game? Was he, yeah, was he, well, who knows the circumstances, right? And we're going to head to the top of the sixth. It's 3-0 Yankees. All is well here in Yankee Stadium. It's the original Yankee Stadium, I may tell you, of which, and I'm trying not to exaggerate, folks. Let me just share this with you. The first time I walked into Yankee Stadium, I went all alone. I had to take like 2 buses. I got there late to the game, and I walked in, and when I walked out to the seats, and they were the box area, for the first time and saw that field, my memory is that there was a history in the air, literally. I could sort of see who has that PhD, Joel? Mike Marshall in kinesiology. Holy cow. That's wild. That's incredible. Okay, Joel confirms that I have memories, Joel, of Marshall coming out. I thought he was on the Expos. Everyone's got like thick, sleeves, shirt, you know what I mean? Right down to their wrists and gloves. And he'd come out, I thought it was so intimidating. He got traded for Willie Davis. Whoa. Exercise physiology. Wow, that's awesome. Well, here's Al Downing now. Top of the sixth. It's a 3-0 ball game. Everything peaches and cream here for Yankee fans. You want to be careful with these double headers because come around the second game, if the Yankees are losing both, if they lost the first, losing now in the second, you get enough beer in some of these people, they literally turn into animals. I mean, humans are animals, but they just, not all of them. 200 and frickin' 11 innings in 74. Holy shit! In relief, that's wild. And Steve Aquilon has arrived. Holy shit. And we have from Frank the Clue wore sleeveless jerseys. He had huge pipes. Holy shit. Well, here's Karl now. It's been all fine here with Karl today. Quite a nemesis against opponents. He's 0 for 2. Downing and the pitch. That's 1-8, and he flies it to left. Beautiful. Otherwise would have walked against a right-hander. Roy is under it. And there's one down. So Karl being held today on a 1-8 left-handed. Here's Reggie Smith, switch hitter, batting right. Early here in the afternoon at Studio B on the East Coast, doing a Saturday double. We don't know how far we'll get in, but before I severely embarrass myself and become inappropriate, I will interrupt and conclude this broadcast. That is if I decide to even venture. Here's the pitch to Smith. That's going to be 6-6. Switch hitter batting right. He popped it up to short. And there's Kenny, 2 outs. I will say this, that after this game, 92 games, 107. That's unbelievable. I guess compared to everybody else, I can see someone pitching an average of an inning, more than an inning a day. You know, that's unbelievable. 2 outs now. And here's Rico. Shit. That would probably lead the league maybe for starters, including starters, right? Incredible. And we have by the way, we have a double question here coming up in the 7th inning stretch. Here's Rico at the plate. It's Downing. And the pitch, it's 4-7 right-handed, and he struck him out. So Al looking really sweet. A 1-2-3 gets his 5th strikeout. And he's dominating. 3-0 Yankees on that 3-run inning in the 2nd. And here's Longborg, and you know, as long as they're winning, it's going to be Tom Chopay, and I want you to take a gander at this card now. I want you to take a gander at this frickin' card if you can. I would hope if you folks are home and you have access to a desktop or an iPad or something, that you would watch the game there. It's much easier, it's much better. I do understand some people are just on mobile, on phones, you know, and you miss a lot of the visuals, unless you really look at it. Here's Chopay facing Longborg. Chopay left-handed hitter, 0 for 2. Pitch from Longborg. Oh, 4-3. Left-handed. Hits it back to Longborg X. That's a 4-3 left-handed. And Longborg is a .320. Sometimes, you know, your brain gets disconnected from doing that. The super advanced. That's going to be a 1-3. That's going to go through. Oh, that's going through Longborg for an single 2. An S2 single, if you will. 2-4-6. And Longborg, let's make sure he doesn't really oh, wait a minute. Wrong chart. It's still an S1. It is an S. Oh, he's a 3. It is a. Whoa! Wait a minute. You see how disoriented? Here it is, S1. All right, that's the weed. And we have a 2-4-6, disconnected cognitively from this, E20 6. Isn't that something, how your mind, and he boots it. Oh, it's an S1 and an error. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. That's not the way to do things. Single and an error. Always wonder what that's about. I think that happens too much in Strat-O-Matic. It could be a 2-base error. It just is very confusing when you give an error to the pitcher. And it's also a hit. It happens too much in super advanced fielding. That's just my opinion. Here's Bobby Cox. Nevertheless, we'll have Chopay on second, no outs. Any other thoughts on that? I would appreciate it. Pitch from Longborg. There it is, 5-4, right-handed, fly ball center X. That's for Reginald Smith. I'm on connected now, 217. That shit happens. 217, 15-2. 217, that's a G1. He is an E17, 5'9", 11 on an E17 in center keeps your mind active. A frickin', wait a minute. That was a 15-2, and I misread that. That's an F2. I am so sorry. Pardon my icons. That will be Smith E17 5911. And that is a caught ball. An F2 with a runner on second. And he has the option to tag. I don't think so. Well, he's a 1-15. But no thank you. And that was caught by Reginald. Yeah, here's Al Downing now. Nice hand for Al Downing from the hometown crowd. Downing now. Downing reached base twice on an error by Longborg and a base hit. Left on both times. Okay, Longborg now from the stretch and the pitch to Downing. Oh, that's a re-roll. Look at that. You couldn't do that if you really tried. Pitch to Downing. There it is. It's a 6-8 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the second for Longborg. 2 down now. He's trying to get out of this. Here's Horace. Horace 0 for 3. Frank notes he imagines it was hit to Longborg and he rifled it over the first base head for the error. Scorekeeper figured single and an error. It's a good take. Good take, Frank. My question is, this seems to happen too often. Maybe not. Maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know. It seems to happen too often. I can imagine a 2-base error. But, well, you know, did I do Clark? Shit, we may have a replay here. Was that 6-8? Let's get a replay going, folks. Yeah, Mr. Aqualung, we're going to do a replay here. That's the beauty of this game, is that I can take this out of play and put on a replay here. God, I think I'm a ways back here. We just cue it up here. And here's where we pick it up with Horace coming up. Here's Horace. Horace 0 for 3. There's a replay. Frank notes he imagines it was hit to Longborg and he rifled it over the first base head. Oh, I see it's a 6-8 with an 2019. I have not rolled for. We have concluded that replay. I have not rolled for Horace yet. And I'm sure some of you can relate to the confusion. And isn't that something how you might be sitting here, and even when you were a kid, you might have made, a lot of that's weed induced, but you know, even as a kid, you may have stumbled on some shit and not known where you are, but we know where we are now, thanks to the instant replay. Here's Horace 2 outs, Chopay. He did get a base hit, Chopay, and you look at his card. Unbelievable. He's on second. The pitch to Horace. There it is, 4-10. Switch hitter batting left. That's going to be a liner to second, caught by Andrews. And the side is retired. No runs. Whoops. No hits. 1 hit. And an error. Left on base, Chopay. That was 4-10. Liner to second. And we're heading to the 7th. And we're looking forward to a double shot trivia here with Kathy Harden in the middle of the 7th. It's been all Yankees today, 3-0. Excuse me one moment. get right back to this in just about a minute and a half. Oh! And we have one at the top of the 8th from Bill Ivamy. Thanks to Bill Ivamy. You know, I'd like to get one. I'd like to give one. Let me see when I'll do mine. Middle of the 7th. And then Bill Ivamy goes. Maybe I'll go at the end of the game. I'll go at the end of the game, but we'll also take anyone else at the end of the game or any time. Whoop! Sorry about that. Low budget show here. Oh my Christ, what a life. I guess it could be worse. Folks, I want to tell you, I don't know if that's a reliable coping mechanism, but it could be worse, and other people have it worse. Gene Garber. Holy shit, there's a quick one by Frank. Whoa! I love it, a sneaky one. Frank just came in there on his own, no rules here. Okay, Downing on the mound. He'll face Tony now. Al's first endurance is the 8th. He was hurt for parts of this year, but when he pitched, he was very, very strong. Gene Garber. Wow, I did not know that. Okay, Downing is ready. Tony at the plate. Here's the pitch. 2-6 left-handed, and he struck him out. That's the 6th for Downing. He's getting tougher and tougher here in the middle innings. And here's George Scott. Scott walked and popped too short. Rose was pissed. Whoa. Rose was pissed. Okay, Downing is ready. He gets the sign from Gibbs. And the pitch to Scott. That is for 2 right-handed. And that is a base hit by Scott. Just went through. We're playing ballpark effects. It's 1-4 base hit. Past the reach of Kenny, who's playing for Gene Michael. Michael is hurt. That's a bad sprain. And here's Moses. Now the Red Sox hoping for Moses to show the way here. Could be Steve Aquilung. Wasn't he pretty much always pissed? He wasn't exactly, to me, the warmest of guys. You know what I'm saying? just generally a warm or pleasant, let me put it that way, a pleasant demeanor. You know, some people have pleasant demeanors. I don't. I'm you know, I'm oh, that's funny. Here's Downing and the pitch to Moses. He's a 304 hitter, 4-6 right-handed, flies to right. And Chopay hauls it down. Chopay, he singled, but left on base, single with the error. 2 outs now, and they'll have Longborg hit. It was a different ball game back then. Longborg's first endurance was the 6th. Anyone want me to bring in the spaceman? If so, I will pinch hit. I will call him back. And in fact, I have not even sent him frickin' out yet. If someone wants, I will pinch hit. This is an invitation to anybody who has the inclination, and the spaceman will come in. It is a 3-0 ball game. I understand there are 2 outs, but there is a runner on first. And I'll bring up George Thomas, who hit something like 800 or something. And Joel Horland is calling for the pinch hit. Okay, it's going to be George Thomas. They're going for the fences. I don't know how much power he had, but he sure had. And the spaceman will come in. That's it. We're going to have a little break in the action here. Longborg was past his endurance inning anyway. Longborg pitched 6. He's allowed 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Just trying to get a little investment here in the game and making decisions. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and he allowed 3 runs. He pitched good baseball other than that 3-run inning. He did get into a little trouble there in the 5th, got out of it. And the spaceman will come in next inning. Let's see who's hitting here. It's that simple. Yeah, well, I'm bringing in, Frank, I'm bringing in the spaceman for 2 reasons. Number 1, he pitched in real world. Number 2, they're losing 3-0. There is a 3rd reason, because I want to. Just for the novelty. You don't bring Lyle in. I don't think that would be a good... The downside is that you end up... Well, I'm going with a different choice here. I'm going for thank you, Frank. I'm going for Billy Canigliaro only because he hit about 1 home run every 20 at-bats or something. It is a long shot. George Thomas has no power. And so the brother, Billy Canigliaro, is coming to the batter's box. I'm sure he has end power across the board, and he does, including against Downing, the left-handers. So here's Downing. Look at that, 5-2. He doesn't allow a lot of home runs, at least not against the right-handers. Oh no, he's got a 5-9, 1-6. Okay. All right, Billy steps in now. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Downing. Whoa, it's a 6-7. I don't think so. It's going to be a grounder to second. Horace. Horace going to get to that. He's a 216. Whoa, Horace, 216. That'll be 13-2. It's a G1 E16, mind you. That's going to be a 6-11-12 E16, I said. And that is a 12, and that is an out to retire the side. Horace on the ground ball. And we are in the middle of the 7th, and you know what that means? That means it's frickin' double shot stretch. Double shot frickin' stretch. Yeah, double shot. I'm very late reading. Which franchises fielded a team during every season of pro baseball dating to the 1860s? Frank comes in. Ivan with the Braves. Joel Horland with the Giants. All great responses. I think it's going to be the Reds. Oh, Bill got it! Oh, Bill Ivamy with the Braves. Oh, my Jesus. I had no frickin' idea. I thought the Reds, because of their tradition of having that undefeated 1869 club that traveled all over parts of the country, mostly in the north and northeast and maybe parts of the Midwest. Of course, they were in Cincinnati. Bill was a professional trivia expert indeed, and so is Kathy Harden. We give a red out there to Ivamy, and he just read that last week. Holy Christ. My Lord. My Lord help me. We have another question coming. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, Lord, we do. We have another question coming our way here on Double Shot. I might take another hit. I may take another frickin' hit because I'm feeling, maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe I'll stay the way I am. Maybe I will stay as is. Wait for it now. Oh, wait for it, please. Oh, I can't imagine what it will be. She said it's a double shot, people. Kathy Harden does not know how to fail. She will come through with it as I'm trying to think of my question. Oh, Lord, I'm trying to think of it. In 1962, under Casey Stankel's guidance, what Met player had the highest batting average in their first year? My Lord. My Lord. But it was not his first year, Frank. Maybe she meant then I would be confused by her question. Their first year under Stangl, fine. But he didn't need guidance. He was a great hitter already from the Phils, I believe. He got it. Okay. Frank got it. Well, I'll be a horse's ass. Shit. I had no idea about that, Kathy Harden. And on that note, it's going to be me coming up with one. That was a big one for you, Frank. There you go. We're going to move on to this ball game. It's going to be the Spaceman. Yeah. Yowza. Yowza. And Big Bill Lee now. Will come out. It's Bill Lee coming out, taking his warm-ups. Yeah. Whoa. What an entrance. Bill Lee is on the mound. Woo! Love it. Love it. Oh. Spaceman is ready. And here's Jerry Kenny now. Kenny 0 for 3. It's 3-0 Yankees. All peaches and cream here at Yankee. It's the original Yankee Stadium. Not renovated yet. That was 76. This, you could smell it. You could see it. Really, most were under 200, huh? Wow. Here's the pitch to Kenny. That is 1-9 left-handed. Fly ball left for Karl. Karl's under that, and that's one away. That was lefty-lefty. And here's Roy White 0 for 3. Switch hitter batting right against Spaceman Lee. Three 0 Yanks. Bottom of the 7th. White steps in. Okay, Lee is ready. Here's the pitch from the Spaceman. 1-8 left-handed, and that is a liner to third, caught by O'Brien. Nice catch by Sid O'Brien, 2 down. I don't remember O'Brien too much. Remember the name, 1-8 left-handed. So 2 outs, here's Pepitone now. Joe 2 for 3, he died. Okay, you know, think about it. Oh, don't think about it. Here's Lee. And the pitch to Pepitone. That's going to be 3-7 left-handed, and there's a base hit for Joe. His 3rd of the ball game. Joseph on first. Yeah. So Pepitone with a 2-out single. Here comes Mercer now. Mercer 2 for 2 and a walk. Scored a run in that 3rd 3-run inning. Spaceman now from the stretch. 4-6 left-handed. That's a ballpark blast by Mercer. And that might go. It's going deep to right. That's a ballpark 4-7 blast. Wait a minute. 4-6. Yes, 4-6. Ballpark blast left-handed. That ball is flying out over the right field short fence there. I thought it was relatively short. And that is a 2-run home run for Mercer off the Spaceman. And now it is a 5-0 ball game. They're still fighting for that ball out there. You know, some of the shit that happened back then. Mercer with the home run. And it's a 5-0 ball game, Kathy. Yes, it is. Mercer hitting home runs. He had 20-some goddamn home runs in real world. There's a big hand for Mercer. There it is. Finally. Finally, Mercer gets the hand from the hometown crowd. Yeah. That was number 17 for Mercer in the replay. He had 26, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, and here's here's Jake Gibbs. It's 5-0. I'm thinking of my question while I play. I don't like to think too much because then I get distracted from the ball game. It's a 5-0 game now. Lee gets tagged. The spaceman gets tagged. Okay, here's Spaceman now. The pitch to Gibbs. That's going to be 112 left-handed. Lines it to first, caught by Scott. And the side is retired. So the side is out, but Spaceman allows a dinger, a 2-run by Mercer, his 17th of the season. Pepitone singled with 2 outs. That happened. We've gone 7, and it is 5-0 Yankees, and it's all peaches and cream here in Yankee Stadium. And well, we're gonna just get ready here for the top of the 8th. It's been a very, very what can I say, pleasant ball game to hang out with you guys and gals. Oh, here's the question. I'm so sorry. Yes, my error. Bill Ivamy has a question at the bottom of the 7th, top of the 8th. Here it is. During the 70s, these 2 Yankee pitchers traded wives during the season. Name the players. I'm late here. I bet you others will get it. Kind of freaking, who thought that was a good idea? It's not good for the kids. Really. Call me old-fashioned. Call me freaking old-fashioned. I think I have the names. Right. I know it's Peterson, but Frank, can you see me? Bill Ivamy, can you see me on Kekich, who's starting game 2 of this doubleheader? Maybe it's not. I think it is. We're waiting for Bill Ivamy to come in here. We're having a lag. Oh, I'm correct. And Fritz, yeah, Fritz was definite. And, you know, as a kid, I didn't really process it. But now that I've been married and had a kid, it's just my old-fashioned nature, I guess. My values, my ideas. I don't think it's a great idea to do that kind of thing with the children. What with the children? What's that like for the children? But look, they say to each his or her own. And we're going to head to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Al Downing. Let's not forget, Downing has pitched shutout baseball. Okay. Oh, I get a jelly bean. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. I think I have a question. I'm going to just look it up to confirm it. Do any of you do that? There it is. There it is. That's a great picture there. There's a bunch of them. Lord. We'll get back to that later. But the good news is that I do have a question for the conclusion of this ball game. If any of you have any, we would welcome those. I'll see if I can come up with any others. Sometimes I come up with them while others are doing them. Here's Downing now in his 8th inning. This is his first endurance inning. It'll be the top of the order. It's now a 5-0 ball game. O'Brien leads it off. That's going to be a 2-3 left-handed, and it's hit to second for Horace, 1 away. Making him hit it on the ground. Now Mike Andrews, 1 for 3. 1 for 2, I'm sorry, and a sacrifice bunt. .610 right-handed, fly ball left for White. 2 down. And here's Karl. Karl held in check today, 0 for 3. Did reach on a force. Hit a lot of home runs the last 10 games or so. Here's Downing. Two-three left-handed, ballpark. Left-handed hitter. Whoa, it's a 2, and that will go through. So Karl gets his first hit of the ball game. At least it's just a single. Karl is a B, Steeler. Not being held. 1-11 with Gibbs. Now here comes Smith. Reggie Smith, switch hitter. Right against Downing with 2 down. That's 4-5. Switch hitter batting right, and he struck him out. And the side is out. That's the 7th strikeout for Al Downing, as he is 1 inning away from a complete game shutout. Spaceman is coming out here. Yeah, he allowed the 2-run home run. I have one question. Whoa, Frank says he has one that may be the question of the day. Let's go for it now. Here's one from Bill Ivamy. They're coming in from all sorts of places now before we start the bottom of the 8th. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed, they're coming in. Oh, look at that. Here. It's okay. I love it. Here's Frank. What high school produced 9 major league players? Whoa. George Hendrick, what's the question? Reggie Hot Dog Jackson, good for you, Bill Ivamy, was injured before the 72 series. Name the outfielder who replaced Jackson in the lineup. Whoa, love it. Layers and layers of questions here in the middle of the 8th. It's George Hendrick. God, I do remember the name. Okay. Spaceman coming out. Oh, here he comes. Here comes the Spaceman. Woo! And Frank has asked a very, very tough question for me. What high school produced 9 major league players? Lord. Bill Ivamy says JFK Secondary School. Huh? Wow, where was it located? My guess it would be a high school in California, but of course I could be so wrong. It's Centennial High in LA, and that is an answer from Joel Horland, and if so, I would have been right saying it's California, Kathy Arden, because that's LA. Yeah, you had some talent, you know, that happened to go to that high school. Wow. Whoa. What? Bill Ivamy, he's throwing in some players. We want the high school. Shit, we want the high school, but we'll take the players. Murray, Smith. Holy cow. We got a double shot here, a simultaneous double shot of questions. And it could be the question of the day from Frank. Frank, what was the high school? I think we're stumped. We had a guess. Well, do you see Joel Horland's Centennial High in LA? Frank says no, it's Fresno State. Wow. Fresno State, and what an awesome ass-licking question that was. Oh, and he's right, that might be the question of the day, but I'll tell you, I have one that may be a bit idiosyncratic. Bill Ivamy, it's over. It's over, Bill Ivamy, and we get you know, when that happens and everyone's stumped, Seaver may have went there. Shit. Frank said Fresno High School, not State. Okay. There's that goes to the asker of the question. No doubt about it. When he stumps us all. I mean, we got to give time eventually. Spaceman coming out here for the bottom of the eighth with the Yankees leading 5-0 in the first of a double here at Yankee Stadium. This is a makeup for a rainout, and that's what it says on Baseball Reference, so that's what I believe. Leading it off will be Tom Chopay, the youngster. Boy, he's been something with that card. He is 1 for 3, and he's made a pretty play or two out in right field, Chopay. Tom Chopay steps into the batter's box. This will be lefty-lefty. See how he fares against the Spaceman. Now Spaceman here. And the pitch to Chopay. That is going to be a 6-11. Left-handed. It's a ballpark. That's against a left-handed hitter there. 6-11. My Lord, it's a ballpark off the Spaceman. But it is a 19 against the left-handed hitter. And that will be a liner to Kenny at short. 1 down. Now here's Bobby Cox. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it's going to be Rico, Tony, and George Scott. And then wait for our post-game questions. Did Shear go there? Okay. Yeah. It's between Yosemite and the coast. Fresno, yeah, there we go. Steve Aquilong on Yosemite. Here's Cox 1 for 3. Had the big double, bringing in 2 runs in that 3-run second for the Yanks.
What's up, guys? It's Quandale Dingle here. I have been arrested for multiple crimes, including battery on a police officer, grand theft.
Cox steps in. Whoa. Here's the pitch to Cox. That's 6-5 right-handed. And that's hit well by Cox, but he has W power. No, he's got N power, but it's going to be caught by Karl. 2 outs at the warning track. It was a 6-5 right-handed. And here's Al Downing, and the fans give a cheer. He's throwing shutout baseball. That's, I think, what this game is most about to me, is Al Downing shutting out on a 3-hitter. He has struck out 7, has walked 2 batters. 4. Oh, shit. What's wrong with me? 4-hitter. My Lord, please don't mind me. Here's Downing. That's going to be 6-10 right-handed. Struck him out. Wait a minute. Yeah, the spaceman is pitching, and I'm being a spaceman. And the side is retired. That was Downing at the plate, my Lord. And we're heading to the top of the ninth. This is going to be it, folks. Please wait for it now. I have a question after this ball game, and we'll field more questions. Then we're going to have an intermission of at least, at longest, 30 minutes, if not shorter. And only then will a decision made as to whether I'm going to be playing the second game. That's the way it's going to be here. I have a lot of shit going on here. A whole lot of shit. Okay, here's Al Downing, the man of the game. I mean, you can give accolades. Yankees got 5 runs. That's super. Mercer got a 2-run home run, no doubt about it. Big hits by, the 3-run inning. That's great. But I think Downing is the star of the game. And here he goes with a 4-hit shutout, facing Rico in the top of the ninth. Here's Downing now. Second endurance inning. Here's the pitch. Fully with endurance, 5-9 right-handed. That's hit well by Rico into the gap, and that's a double. And all of a sudden, the Yankees have somebody up in that bullpen. It is 5-0, but they have started somebody here. They have an incredibly rested bullpen, very nicely rested, and it's going to be Aker. He's just throwing a few just to loosen up. They don't think he'll be needed, and I don't even know if they would use him at all today, but he's warming just a little bit, just to loosen it up. Here's Tony now. Rico on second with nobody out. Top of the ninth, the Sox down by 5. Here's the pitch. That's 6-3, right-handed, fly ball left X. White going back 2-4. Two, 4, 6, 12, 17. That's a 2-4. Woohoo! 1-2, that's a double. Let's see if he handles it. 6-12-17. That was a 1-2. D2. 6-12-17, and he is an E4. And that is a double by Tony. And it is a 5-1 ball game. Let him just settle down on his own here. Aker is warming. It's a 5-1 ball game, back-to-back doubles here First by Rico, then by Tony. Here's George Scott now. Downing from the stretch. 6'9" right-handed. Struck him out. Number 8. Oh, that felt good. And here's Moses. Moses 0 for 3. Reached on an error. All's well, Kathy, here at Yankee. They've got Aker. Moses at the plate. Downing from the stretch. There it is. It's 3-8. Left-handed. And there's a base hit for Moses. Oh my. Tony coming around to score. It is a 5-2 ball game, and here's Ralph Houck coming out. Houck is coming out here. It was a 3-8 left-handed. Single 2 asteroids, no doubt about it. Moses on first with 1 down. There will be a hitter for the spaceman. And Houck is motioning with his right hand. That's it for Downing. It's going to be Jack Aker, Kathy Harden. About the best they really had. And they're not going to mess around here. Downing knocked out here in the 9th. He pitched 8 1/3. He did strike Scott out. It was a leadoff double, then another double. And then the single by Moses to bring in 2 runs. He allows 7 hits from the shutout. It's blown out here. He walked 2, struck out 8. He's allowed 2 thus far. He's the winner of record. Aker is not eligible for the save based on new rules, I guess, compared to 69. He might have been. I don't know. I'd have to go look it up. Aker coming out to take his warm-ups. And I have one big question after this ball game. I think they're going to do it. It's going to be George Thomas, though, coming up to hit for Lee. George Thomas, Aker is taking his warm-ups. Here's George Thomas now. He's picking out his bat. He's pining it up. Spaceman pitched 2 innings, long enough to do much harm, allowing 2 runs. Otherwise, Yanks would be down by 1. Red Sox would be down by 1 here. He allowed the 2-run home run to Mercer. Otherwise, he was fine. Single to Pepitone, then the home run. There is action in the Red Sox bullpen. Landis pitched in this game in real world, and regardless of how effective he was or not, he is warming. Oh, Lord. Sorry, Red Sox fans. He had a 5.25 ERA. I'm not going to pick and choose sometimes. It's an intuitive call. If it was World Series, that would be another story. Pennant race, another story. But Landis is warming. He is a left-hander. Lord. And here comes George Thomas with, he had 51 at-bats with 1 out and Moses on first. Aker is ready. From the stretch, Aker. That's 3-6 right-handed, and there's another base hit. Moses goes to third and holds. That's fine. All right, so Thomas is on. He's a 1-10. Got 2 1-10 runners, but we're not looking for speedsters. We're looking for hits. Big frickin' hits. And, of course, you know, you're managing both sides. It's a 3-6 right-handed base hit for Thomas. So that is the first and third one out. The good news is that the Yankees are playing that infield back, Kathy Harden, for a game-ending double play situation. And here comes Sid O'Brien. out to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Walked in the first, left on. Doubled in the fifth, left on. By Downing. It's 1 out. First and third. Here's the pitch from Akers. That 6'5" right-handed, grounds to short X. This could be the ball game, but Kenny is a 425. Oh, could be tragic on the 6'5" right-hander. Kenny trying to get to that grounder there. This is where Strat-O-Matic really slows down. That's going to be 5-4. I don't know about that. That's going to be an S1. Oh, my. It's an S1, for Christ's sakes. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's a 5-4. And he is an E25. This ain't smelling right, Kathy. This stinks. It's a 5.913. Kenny an E25. And he boots it. Oh, my, it's an E1. I'll show it all to you. I got nothing to hide. It's a single and an error. O'Brien gets that. Kenny with his second error of the frickin' ball game. Runners advance 2. So Moses comes home. Thomas goes to third. We'll give him the run batted in. And that's going to make this a 5-3 frickin' ball game. My Lord, Kathy Harden. My frickin' Lord. We'll see Aker. We're going to stay with Aker. Oh, shit, we're going to stay with him. I want to show that to you all again. That was a ground ball to Kenny. He is a 425. That was a 5-4 S1. E25, 5.913 on an E25. There it frickin' is. I do not make this shit up. That was an E1. And it was an S1, E1 single and an error. So things are getting tense here at Yankee as Mike Andrews comes up. And that actually, he belongs on second there. It's second and third. The tying runs are in scoring frickin' position with 1 out. It's not first and third. Is it? Lord, what happened to me? It's not first and third. Thomas was on, and O'Brien reached on the single and the error. That puts him on second. And so Thomas did advance 2 from first. And we are correct on that. It is second and third with the tying run in scoring position. And it's going to be Karl. Kathy Harden, it's going to be Karl. And Kathy Harden, what I want to let you know is that Ralph Houck is coming out and he's motioning with his left hand. It's Hamilton, who pitched in the second game of this doubleheader in real world, mind you. This will be the third pitcher of the inning. What a big inning here. It's 5-3 Red Sox, but he's calling on Steve Hamilton, the left-hander, Kathy. And I think Karl is a little less effective against left-handers, but maybe not as much as we want to think, that he's not so ineffective. Yeah, yowza, it's going to be Steve Hamilton coming in. Here's Steve. And Steve coming in to take his warm-ups. There he is. Give him some room there. Downing ends up being responsible for 3 runs. Still the winner. Aker pitched 0 innings. 2 hits. He's responsible for the tying run on base. And it's going to be, oh shit, I made a mistake. Andrews is due up. Oh, I just noticed that. And folks, I'm going to reverse this. I think it's fair. I was bringing him in exclusively for the, yeah, Bill Ivamy, bringing him in exclusively for the left-hander, so Aker is still in this ball game. And I do trust that you all are going to understand that. We go back in time to a different hitter. I am 100% confident that that's the right call here. And here we go. Aker with Andrews with 1 out, 2nd and 3rd. Here's the pitch from Aker. That's the only way to do it. 111 right-handed, grounds to first, 1 run will score. Pepitone takes it to the bag. Thomas came home. It's a 5-4 ball game. Now he's coming in. Now he's frickin' coming in. O'Brien goes to 3rd. And here's the, we pulled him out of the shower, exactly. Here's Steve Hamilton coming in case you were wondering what it would have been against the left-hander, it would have been a pop-out. So a run would not have scored against Hamilton, the left-hander. And that's good because that works against me when I made that call. So we were always looking for ways to deal with what we have to do. Here's Karl now in a clutch situation for the ball game. Steve Hamilton, the new pitcher now. Left-handed hitter, 2 outs. The tying run is on, oh, he got a run batted in on that ground ball. The tying run is on 3rd. O'Brien. And we move this here. He forgot to put his socks on. Well, that would hurt, I think, wouldn't it? To put on those hard shoes like that. We just got to take this thing out right here, just so we don't confuse anybody. There we go. Just like so. Whoops. There we go. And here's Karl Yastrzemski. Hamilton from the stretch again. O'Brien on 3rd, 2 down. 5-4 Yankees and the pitch. That's 3-3 left-handed. Grounds it to 2nd. Horace. Over to Pepitone, and the ball game is over. Oh, what a game. 3-3 left-handed. And that ends it. Sort of a unnerving finish there for Yankee fans. The final score, Yankees 5, Red Sox 4. The win goes, Aker pitched 1/3 after all. And allowed 1 run. And then Hamilton came in to retire Yastrzemski. The win goes to Downing. The loss, his 8th. The loss goes to Longborg. The final line, 5 runs for the Yankees, 10 hits, 2 errors. Red Sox 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. And that had 2 errors by Jerry Kenny, almost the GOAT. We hope you enjoyed this ball game. I have a question for you all. I have a freaking question for you. And if you be so ever kind to allow me to situate myself. and ask this. There it is. What private business did Joe Jackson own and operate at any time after he retired, or I should say was kicked out of baseball? He may, he did play a little bit of semi-pro and amateur afterward, but this was even after that. And Frank gets it. It's a red jelly bean for Frank. Joel Horland goes with dry cleaner. Good guess, but no, I'm sorry. Maybe it was. Maybe he did frickin' own a dry cleaner. What do I know? You'd have to look that up. What the hell am I talking about? I just know he did that one. Maybe it was. I don't know all the businesses he owned and operated. There are a number of pictures of Joe Jackson in his liquor store. Here's one. But there are many others. Yep. That's not very good Oh, there it is. It is pretty good. Here's a card. Oh, amazing hitter. Look at this. It was in South Carolina. There's a business card. I'm going to take a break till about as late as 2:20 p.m. Eastern. I'll keep it open for live chat. And then I'll decide if I'm up for another game, and if so, it'll either start or it will maybe start later. I don't know. Scheduled is Ken Brett for the Red Sox and Mike Kekich for the New York Yankees, who took the first game 5-4 in an incredibly close one. Boy, they had a lot of pictures. A lot of freaking pictures of him in different poses. Also pictures during his playing days. Here are attractions of Greenville, South Carolina, this webpage. There's a statue for Joe Jackson out there. I guess this might be the same place that was the liquor store, if it's not one now. Those are the original doors. Wow. Here's a park named after him. Here's his gravesite. Look at that. Look at that now. Many people leave baseballs, they leave shoes, shoes, pennies, and even handwritten notes. You take care, Kathy Harden. Thank you. There is a Joe Jackson museum. Oh, Lord. A lot of lore about Joe Jackson. You know, when you Google Joe Jackson, you never know what you're gonna get. But I'll leave this going for a little while, and I'll check back in with you in about a half an hour, at the most. Take care. Well, it depends how good the seats are, Bill Iverman. $100, I don't know. If you're asking me, where are those seats for $100? If they're close up, I think that's worth it. That's me, though. I'm cheap, guy. I'm a cheap bastard. I've never seen him on that tour or ever. And what a talent he is. What a freaking... Oh, yeah, Ken Brett is carded. Oh. Jesus. I am so sorry, Rhodes Scholar, to have to put you through that ordeal. Let me see if it's identical. It looks like it is. Yeah, it is. I am so sorry, sir. That doesn't happen to me. Okay, well, it's your call, sir. You know, he's an 8 NL. He has not pitched much at all. He had 39 innings, 8 starts. He may be pitching in September a bunch. I am so sorry, Rhodes Scholar. I'm glad I told you, though. He's an 8 NL. That's pretty up there. That's about as good as you can be. That happens, Rhodes Scholar. Kenny. Munson's playing for the Yanks in the second game. I might just go ahead and play this ball game. Roy White. Frank Fernandez is playing in this ball game. Pepitone is sitting this one. Oh, he's playing. Jesus, they put him 7th in the order. That's Brett is a left-hander. I guess that's why. You know, no mystery there. Yeah, I say go for it. I mean, it depends what you mean by all good seats. I guess, you know. And I'm so out of it, I don't know that I would really get the full value of a going to a concert anymore. I'm so unhappy anyway. You seen Ringo? Wow, that's $55. That's great. I saw the Ringo Starr tour back in, God, I don't know when, 93 or so. You might pass on Steve Miller. Oh Lord, Kekich is the pitcher for the Yanks here in the second game. He's a 1 WR. We're going to put the fielding ratings in so that if and when we're ready to play this ball game, we will do so. We will be all set. The first time that ever happened, I asked for a player who was carded because I neglected, and I'm sorry. O'Brien. This is before they did that, actually. I know on concrete. He's a 432 at third. Fritz actually, I don't know. I don't think he has relief capabilities on his card. Again, I'm being very concrete. No, he does not. No, he does not. Were they roommates? They were too close. Jeez. Too close for my whatever. Oh, make an exception. Okay. Well, we'll take that on advisement. Okay. We'll definitely take that on advisement. It will be two left-handers, Brett for the Red Sox, he has no wins in our replay, and Kekich with 1 win, used as both a starter and a reliever. He did have 13 starts. And we're looking, if we're going to play this, it will probably be toward the bottom of the hour. You check in later, Bill. Thank you so much. Mike Terranova, you caught us between games here. It's great to see you. We're in between games of a doubleheader. we're looking to Yankees won at 5-4. It was a wild game. It was 5-4 and it was a wild game. Let me show that to you. It was 5-0. And the Red Sox scored 4 in the top of the ninth and almost tied it up, but to no avail. And I am just chilling here, Mike. I've told people that I will give notice to people as to if this game will start. Yeah, 4 runs in the ninth. It was something. Gave out a lot of jelly beans. And I'm just chilling here waiting to see if I'm going to have what it takes to play this game.
As a small business owner, time management
I'll tell you, folks, the decision has been made here at Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. The decision has been made to discontinue. If I'm up for it later this evening, I might very well play the second game. Just to let you know, here is the second game all set up. Ken Brett, the left-hander. Mike Kekich, also a left-hander. The lineups are identical, except for each team has put in a new catcher. It'll be Gibson instead of Moses for the Red Sox. Munson for the Yankees rather than Gibbs. Actually, the lineups are for the Yankees shaken up just a tad, as Bomer will play third. Cox played in the first game. I want to thank everybody for the first game. It was quite a game, as you can see. 5-0 Yankees. Downing had a shutout coming into the ninth, and he ended up allowing 3 runs. 3 runs. Aker came in. He didn't help much. And then finally Hamilton got Yaz to ground out to second. Stay well, everybody. Stay strong, and I'll catch you next time.